What's goody fams? Malo Lelei, Nisampula Vinaka, Talofa, and Warm Pacifica greetings. Welcome to Kava Sesh with Havea676. For those of you that don't know what Kava is, it is what's a part of a plant, obviously. I think it's like the pepper family plant, something like that. Google it, Google up Kava. But in the Pacific, I know in Tonga and Samoa and Fiji, it plays a significant role in our culture. And so tonight I'm gonna have a little mix and show you guys the essentials for drinking kava. So the type of stuff you need, how to mix it, and just the side effects. It's not an alcoholic beverage, by the way. In Tonga and in Fiji, I know I can't really speak on Samoa because I don't know much about the Samoan culture. But in Tonga and Fiji, we use this as like a social gathering. Like the men will mix, well, in Tonga, the men. In Fiji, men and women both drink. They'll mix up the kava and we'll sit around and just drink. And people just drink until freaking the sun comes up. So yeah, I'm not gonna be drinking till the sun comes up because I got stuff to do tomorrow. But yeah, we're gonna be mixing the kava. In Fiji, I know when they mix it, they sit around and they have a chat, they play music. Also in Tonga, they do the same thing. But yeah, let me just walk you guys through the process of mixing the kava and then we'll go from there. So the first thing we have here is a tānoa. Shout out to Taki Time. I met these guys at Tonga Day last week and they gave me one. This is just made from plastic, which is really smart because the real one's made from wood and it's really heavy to move around. But this one, if I want to go mix somewhere, just take it with me. It's easy, it's light. So this is what we're going to be mixing our kava in. Check out the tribal design. Shout out to Taki Time. I think they got their logo somewhere here. Let's see. Taki Time, yes. Appreciate the love, boys. So this is what you mix the kava in. We have the kava bowl, where you'll be drinking it out of. This is the spoon that you're going to be serving the kava out of. We have a strainer. This is what you're going to pour the kava in and mix it. Obviously, you need some water as well. And then we have the kava. Look at that. This is the kava. You don't need much. So this kava here is my uncle's kava. He has a kava farm in Tonga, in the islands of Wava'u. I'm not trying to be biased, but Wava'u has the best kava if you're coming from Tonga. Out of the Pacific though, Fiji has pretty good kava. They got pretty strong kava as well. It really depends on your mix, which I'll show you guys after. Either Solomon, Vanuatu, or PNG, when they mix this, they make it really thick and really strong. And like, people drink that and they have like one bottle and they're like gone, man. They're wasted. So yeah, let's get mixing, eh? All right, fam, so we got the strainer, we got water. This is like, I don't even know how much water it is, but let me show you guys how to mix the kava. So, baby, got my little assistant here. Put spoons inside here, yeah, in here. Go. One, big ones. Good girl. 2, 6. That's 6 spoons of kava. So, let's mix it. Let's pour this. I got this kava cloth in Fiji from, I think it's Kava, I think it's Lami Kava or something like that. Yeah, don't do that. So what you do is, you seal the top till it's tight, so no kava comes out. And then you put it in the water and kind of mix it like that. Make sure you wash your hands. I wash my hands. Mix it like this. And then you go in and you kind of squeeze it like that. What you want is for the kava powder to like get mixed into the water.
It's like your hands are having like just swim in the
Yeah,
ocean.
you just kind of mix it. So obviously the more kava you put in, the stronger it's going to be. But the more water you put in, the weaker it's going to be. This is like the perfect mix. Nia, don't play with that, please. So you're going to do this motion in there. You kind of just massage it and let the kava flavors come out into the water. It looks like muddy water. It literally is muddy water. So you just keep mixing. Pull it up a bit. See the colors. See that light? It's still kind of transparent. It's not that strong. If it's really dark Cava, then yeah, you'll know. But you just kind of want to massage everywhere and get all the flavor out into the water. Give it a little dip. I like this cloth. This cloth is really good. If you don't have a Cava cloth, a new pantyhose can work, or an old one. You can buy one from the shops and cut it and mix it. It still does the same job.
What about leggings?
Yeah, leggings. The thing you do not want is, see these Cava residue? You do not want that in the water. Because yeah, it's not good. So you keep massaging the Cava.
Hold on, I'm not gonna drink Cava at all. It looks yuck, but for sure it doesn't. It kind of tastes yuck, but it's okay. It's alright. It's fine.
My daughter just asked me a very interesting question. She was like, why can't I just pour like water and mix it directly? Why do I have to use a strainer? The thing is, this is the roots. So I should explain how we get the Cava. So we uproot the plant. We drink the root and the stem. I believe different countries, different islands drink different parts of the Cava plant. We drink the roots and the stem actually. So what you do is you chop up the stems, you put it on the roof, or you clean all the soil and stuff. You put it on the roof and you let it dry. And it has to dry for ages. Once it's dry, then we pound it. When we pound it, then we get this powder form. When you get this powder form, that's why you put it in the strainer and mix it. You can't just mix it with water, like directly, like Milo or like hot chocolate. It doesn't dissolve like that. Does that answer your question? Yeah. So, I've been doing this for the past, probably 5 minutes now. I think that's good. We'll give it one last squeeze, get all the flavors out. So this, you can either use this again for the next one. I wouldn't do it. This goes out. So what you do is squeeze all the water out. Like that. And then when you're going to use it again, you pour this into the bin, rinse the strainer, you turn it inside out, give it a rinse, and then you put more Cava in and you mix the next one. But we mix the next one when this is finished, so we finish this. But I'm just gonna, being that this is taki time in Fijian means, the word taki means serve. So being that this is a Fijian ta'anoa, I'm gonna open the Cava ceremony the traditional Fijian way. So what they do is, when they finish mixing, they wipe the sides, they wipe the top. You guys clap 3 times when I say what I have to say, okay? You ready?
Yeah.
Sangkai lo search tu nang maturanga. Yeah. Now the Cava ceremony is open and we can drink. So, taki time. Alright fams, first cup. That's good. Good amount of Cava, good strength. You can tell this Cava is clean. When I say clean, I mean in the process of them making it. When they clean it, once they uproot it, you can tell it's clean, it was done properly. Because you'll get some Cava that's not clean. Good amount, ratio of water and Cava together. It's a good strength. For me, I know some people will probably find this weak. I know others may find this really strong, but this is a good amount. So, in the islands, when you drink Cava, people rarely drink alone. Some people drink alone, they prefer to drink alone, but it's a social gathering thing. And being that I'm drinking at home, sometimes I go out and drink with the boys, but being that I'm drinking at home, I don't have a social circle apart from my beautiful girls here. So they're gonna sit around the Cava bowl and have a chat with me and maybe have a cup. Do you want a cup?
Yeah.
All right, so this is my social circle. Okay. Mate, don't blow over the Cava, please. So before you want a bowl, you clap your hands, you take the cup, and you say, Bula. You drink it, yeah? When you finish, you give me the bowl, you clap your hands again, and you say, Malo. There you go. What do you say?
Bula.
Bula. Mala!
Malo.
Malo!
Alright, do I have to clap? Oh, it does make it. It does make your tongue numb. Do I have to drink this whole thing?
Yeah. Mala! So, in terms of taste, what does it taste like? What does it taste like, girls?
It kind of tastes like, I don't know how to describe it, but it makes your mouth feel numb.
Yeah.
My tongue and my throat. But it does. Look at what mine is. It does make your tongue feel numb, but
Yeah. So one of the side effects when you first drink it, it does make your mouth feel numb, especially like around your tongue area. In terms of taste, it does taste like muddy water.
how do you know what muddy water tastes like?
I don't know, you just see muddy water and you assume it tastes like that. It's not a nice taste, but it's not a disgusting taste. It's a doable taste. The more you drink, the more your body just kind of like adapts to it. The numbness just goes away. So if you drink Cava for the first time, do not panic if your mouth goes numb. Effects of drinking a lot of Cava. So it's not like alcohol where you get intoxicated and your mind gets blurred and you can't control like what you do and what you say when you have too much. This is like a relaxation thing. You're gonna have the best sleep you ever had if you drink Cava. Drink a lot, your mind is clear, but like your body's just in shutdown mode where you're just like chilling. It's close to, I wouldn't say feeling high, but it's a relaxed thing. If you're wondering why the kids are drinking, it's fine. This is a cultural drink. There's no issues with the kids drinking. Obviously, they're not going to sit here and drink all night. But for them to taste a bit, it's part of the culture.
When you drink Cava, do you just go sleepy or do you go silly?
You don't go silly like alcohol. You feel sleepy though. This makes you really sleepy. The other side effects if you drink too much Cava, and when I'm saying too much Cava, I'm talking about like drinking 3 nights in a row consistently for like the next month. The side effect you get is dry skin because you get so dehydrated with the Cava settling in your system that if you see some of the old men that drink a lot of Cava, they got dry skin. You smack the hand like this and it's just a whiff of powder. It just goes, and that's all the Cava. So if you drink this, the next day there's no hangover. You just feel really lazy. You just want to sleep. But the best thing to do that I've heard from the oldies and like I've read is that you sweat it out. So if you drink Cava all night, the next day, try sweat it out, get it out of your system. This is not like alcohol, it's not like drugs where your brain gets put in a position where you can't control your behavior or you can't control like your thinking or anything like that. You can drive while drinking Cava. The only thing is, if you drink too much, you get sleepy, and I wouldn't recommend that for driving. And yeah, any other questions?
Did you drink it when you were younger?
Yeah, I tried it when I was younger.
Was it good to you?
Probably the same way you guys like it.
Do you get ashy feet?
If you drink too much, yes.
Will you feel it?
That's not from Cava. So I mentioned in Fiji, the men and the women drink it. In Tonga, the men drink it. So in Tonga, the men drink it, but a woman serves it for them. So she sits at the Cava bowl, she serves it. That woman has to be single, and she sits there and she serves the men all night. And the men come, and so she's called a tota. And I know a lot of the history with Cava clubs and stuff. They always make jokes and stuff, and were they flirting with the tota, or they're like trying to like date the tota. Which is fine if you're single. If you're a married man and you're sitting next to the tota, not recommended. Ovato. Ooh. Malo. This is actually a strong mix. I haven't drank Cava in a while, so it's been actually a minute since I've drank Cava.
Last time was when you went out that night.
Yeah. Anything else about Cava?
The lollies and stuff.
Oh yeah, chuck us the apple.
What about a mandarin? This one. This.
So when you drink kava, obviously the more you have, it's pretty bitter. And the men like to, or the kava drinkers like to keep little chasers, which could be lollies, crackers, whatever it is, or a cup of Coke, or like a soft drink. This is my go-to chaser, is apple, which is good as well because I'm on a fit that journey and there's no calories, or low calories. By the way, in terms of calories, kava has no calories because it's just water and kava powder. But this is my chaser, so like, I'll cut it up. I'll drink probably 2 of these big bowls and I don't even finish the whole apple. Because the thing is, you drink a cup and then you take a little bite to take away that bitterness taste. The people watching this right now is like, I don't know if I want to drink kava if it's that bitter that you need a chaser. But trust me, man, trust me. Apple for chaser is good. Another thing that goes well with kava is music, all right? So if you can't sing, you can play songs on your phone and just listen to that. Slow jams is highly recommended, slow island jams. So we're gonna get some music involved. So I haven't drank Cava for a while. It's already kicking in. Another thing about drinking kava, you're gonna be pissing a lot, man. You're gonna be using the toilet frequently because it's just water just going into your system. So once the seal's open, get ready. You're gonna be up, out, up, out. Make sure you wash your hands though, especially if you're mixing the kava. My kava cruise chose to go and watch cartoons instead of chilling with me here, so looks like it's gonna be me riding solo from now. But yeah, just gonna jam some songs, just relax. If you want to look up some music while you're drinking kava, look up Tongan kava songs or Fijian kava songs, man. They always hit different. Anyways, let's go. This is one of my favorite kava songs. This is not an old school kava song. This is the song was written by my toko J String. So check him out on YouTube, also on all his social platforms. This is the kava anthem. He wrote this, and so this song is a vibe, man. I remember growing up in high school, we used to jam this all the time. So this is called Kava Song. Clap, clap for a cup, pass, pass and drink it up. Drink until the morning day, 'cause it's all natural. Drink it up or drink it slow, till you get that kava fade. Grab a couple of bags and hit up the boys. Grab the guitar to make that soothing noise. Let's feel relaxed drinking the kava roots. Let me show you how us parties do. We mix it in the water turn down. We keep on squeezing till the kava dry it out. A relaxation, a live that body. No requirements, this session is for everybody. Music is my love, but kava is my baby. We pour it in the bowl, we call it the kumete. The relax to the music and listen to the jams. And ready for a drink, just say it with your hands. Alright, so when the kava starts to kick in, we call that stage dope or cut. In Fijian they say, ooh, cut sarana. And I'm starting to approach that stage. So what it feels like when you approach that stage, your body's just relaxed. It's like your muscles are relaxed. Your eyelids are heavy. That's why you'll see some heavy kava drinkers, they wear like shades. I feel like wearing shades because these lights are too bright. And I'm not like sleepy, but I just feel like closing my eyes and just relaxing out like this. And just jamming to like jams and slow jams and stuff. Another thing, if you listen to like Cava songs, especially Tongan Cava songs, we have our own guitar tune. It's not your standard guitar, and it's the most beautiful sound in the world because they strum, and there's someone that picks as well. So let me see if I can bring you guys up some Tongan Cava Tongan songs, eh? Tongan Cava songs. This is what typical Tongan Cava songs sound like. Let me show you. So you hear the guitar? Oh, that's my wife's texting me. My wife's just going to work, so shout out, babe, for holding it down. Oh, wow. I wish I could have that skill of like the whole picking and stuff. You gotta go on YouTube to find proper Fijian cover songs, eh? So they call it singing ringi. Singing ringi. That's what the Fijians call like their cover songs. So it sounds like this. Fijians have like a really high voice as well when they sing, and it goes like really high. I'm just looking up some research on Cava, and there's actually supplements, like Cava supplements you can get at the chemist, and they're supposed to help with like reducing anxiety, helping with sleep, like sleeping pills. Yeah, which is crazy because like in the islands we just know it for cultural purposes and just drinking. But yeah, it's quite common. I know in Fiji and in Tonga. Sorry, man, I don't know much about Cava and its place in Samoa or like the other islands in the Pacific, but I know in Fiji and Tonga, I'm pretty familiar with the role of Cava and how much they integrate it into their culture and how much they use it in terms of like socializing, in terms of welcoming, in terms of like big ceremonies and stuff. Like in Tonga, we do Cava for a welcoming, we do Cava for wedding, we do Cava for social gathering. Same thing in Fiji. In Fiji they take Cava when you go to like a new place or new village. It's called a sevu sevu, and you take it and you present it, and it's like you're basically thanking them for allowing you to come and be a part of them. But yeah, it's quite frequent in the islands, in Tonga and in Fiji, for farmers to have like Cava farms. I know my uncles, they have Cava farms. They make good money. It is hard work because when they plant the Cava, you don't just plant it this year and harvest it. They leave it for years, eh? So like 7 years. I think 7 years is like the best time. They let it sit in the soil for like 7 years and grow 7 years, and then they uproot it and they go through the whole process. And they make good money, especially selling it to overseas. They have Cava clubs, so there's clubs that like established clubs, and they get together. They raise money. They're pretty good, especially in the island communities, in the Tongan communities. We have Cava clubs that like get together, and they do fundraisers for like, you know, they sponsor like rugby clubs, grassroots rugby. They sponsor like any kind of fundraiser with the church or with the community. You'll see Cava clubs like show up. But yeah, the farmers in Tonga that grow the Cava, they bring most of their Cava here. They sell some back locally in Tonga, but everyone has Cava. So they send it like to Australia, New Zealand, to the States, and massive Cava clubs like buy in kilos, man, in kilos. Like I got 4 kilos sitting with me right now. That sounds so wrong. It sounds like freaking cocaine or something like that. But I got 4 kilos. I know my dad has a lot of Cava. Every time we go to Tonga, because I think when you become international and you come into Australia, you're allowed 2 kilos each. So every time we go to Tonga, we try to bring 2 kilos in. But yeah, my brother, just a disclosure, I'm not a big Cava drinker. My brother and like my brother-in-law, they're all massive Cavaholics, man. I just occasionally drink. I'll catch up with the boys here sometime and, you know, sit around a bowl of Cava and just chat and have a good catch up, good yarn. But I'm not one to like go out every weekend. I know that's also an issue amongst married couples or people in a relationship, is you get some guys that spend pretty much every night at the Cava club just drinking Cava and just forgetting that they have a family and they have a wife to go back home to. And there's also some, you know, there's bad nature as well. As I mentioned earlier, sometimes there's those girls that come and serve the Cava, which is called the Toa. And you get some married men that all of a sudden they lose their wedding ring when they go to the Cava ceremonies, and they end up like, you know, running away with the Toa, or they end up cheating on the wife. And so stuff like that, that's not on. But that's just, I guess that's just, I wouldn't say part of the Cava environment or the Cava atmosphere, but it just happens. It just happens. All right, fams. Another side effect of Cava is your reactions are very slow. Everything is like slow motion. You know, you just sit there and you're like, hey. You're like, hey. So, like right now, I'm feeling the effects. I'm still chatting with you guys. My mind is still right, but like my body is just like super relaxed. And so when I talk about that slow motion reaction, I think of one of my best mates. May he rest in peace. My brother Jeff. He passed away a few years back, but he was a very close. He was like a brother to me. But Fijian guy, and this guy loved this Cava, and he would, every chance he had to like drink Cava, he'd tell me, bro, come, let's drink Cava. So I remember one day, me and my wife, he was married, so he was my best friend, but he's also my brother-in-law because he was married to my wife's sister. And we went over to their house for dinner one night, and he made like this Fijian curry, which is another signature dish of Fiji. He made the curry, and we had dinner, and we finished having dinner. Mind you, I like pigged out on the curry, so I was like stuffed. The food was like up to here. And we had dinner, finished dinner, and then we were just chilling. My wife and her sister were like doing stuff at the back, and me and him were just chilling in the lounge. Now, just to draw things into perspective, the lounge is like a white lounge. It was like a white couch, white rug. Everything was like white. And so we're sitting in the lounge, and my brother-in-law goes, "Oh, mix." Mind you though, I just finished dinner, and like I know some people can drink Cava after dinner or like after eating. I'm not one of those people. So he's like, "Mix." And I was like, "Oh bro, I'm stuffed, I'm really full." And he's like, "Come on bro, just a baby mix." But I know Jeff, like with him, he'll be like, "Oh, just a baby mix," but it'll end up like 3 or 4 basins. So I was like, "Ah, frick, all right, just a baby mix." And what do you know? We finished the first mix. He's like, "Oh, just one more, just one more." Finished the second mix. Surprisingly, the Cava was going down fine. It wasn't too bad. And we were mixing, and then I think probably a third one, I was like, man, like I gotta call it a night because my wife keeps popping her head in and she keeps giving me the look like, you know, we should head home soon. So he's like, oh yeah, last one. So we're finishing off the third mix. So I had, my belly was full of curry and then Cava on top of that. And before our last cup, my brother-in-law goes, oh, we'll just have a quick wash down. The Fijians love to have a few beers at the end of the Kava Sesh, just to kind of like seal everything and just set, and it's a good mix. The thing is, he did not have beers. He had Fiji rum, which is called Bounty. And if you've ever tried Fiji rum, Bounty in particular, oh man. I just gag when I think about it, man. It is nasty, man. I'm not a big fan of it. Not only that, in my early days of drinking, I have PTSD when I think of Bounty rum. But yeah, so Jeff was like, I don't have any beers, but I'll mix us like some rum and cola. As soon as he said that, that was a red flag for me. I was like, bro, I don't know if I want to do this. And he's like, nah, we'll just wash down just 2 cups. So I was like, frick. So my belly's full of curry, Cava, and there's gonna be about a bit of rum to go in. He mixed his Bounty and he brought it out, and we were sitting on the floor, on the white rug. And he pours me a cup and he's like, cheers, bro. And I take the cup and I take a sip of the Bounty. Man, this Bounty was like a freaking shovel. It just went down my throat, went into my belly, and like scooped everything in a bowl. Have you guys seen Street Fighter? It scooped everything in the bowl and then it just went Hadouken! Bro, I was sitting there, I couldn't even control it. Like I just felt everything just coming out like this. But because we were so drunk off Cava, our reactions was really slow. So I looked at Jeff and I was like, and I was going like this, and like, sorry for the TMI fams, but like Cava was shooting out, curry was like shooting out, and this is on the white rug, and everything was like, and then I couldn't hold it, so I was just like, and I vomited, and Jeff is sitting across from me, and because he was like so drunk off Cava, I'm vomiting all over the floor and stuff, and he's just like, oh bro, I'll get a towel. My sister-in-law, yeah, she came out and she looked at, oh man, if looks could kill. She was just like, WTF is going on in here? I'm like puking and her husband's like just dancing around my vomit like, oh. So every time I drink Cava, I think of that night with Jeff, and I'm like, man, never again am I gonna eat and then drink Cava, and never again am I gonna use Fijian rum to wash everything down. That was definitely one for the books, man. But rest in peace to my bro, man. I truly miss him, especially when I drink Cava like this, because it was always me and him that we drank Cava, and it was always me and him that we jam. And the stories that used to come out when we were drinking Cava was just crack up stories, man. Mix my second mix, and I'm just gonna chillax and enjoy that, and then I'm calling it a night. But thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys learned a little bit about Cava, and yeah, drop it in the comments, man, if you guys got any questions. I'm not a Cava expert, but just based off my experience and my knowledge, if you guys got any questions, or if you guys want to know anything else, feel free to drop it in the comments. And so, yes, with that being said, stay vibing, stay blessed, and stay tuned for the next one. It's Kava Sesh with your boy Havea676. Let's go.